All right, welcome to DK Pedals. I'm Dan, and today we're taking a look at the effectslayouts.com. Odd one out. All right, this is the effectslayouts.com, odd one out, and this is a take on the Boss OD1 Overdrive with a couple of mods. So before we get into any of that, let's go take a look at how I built and painted it and get back to some sounds. So this is an Tato yellow enclosure, right? What do you do with a Tato yellow enclosure? You try to match the knobs to it. Yellow and greens always went well. This was very early in my painting. I use this reference image offline, which I'll try to show here. You know, that's how a lot of my art started, is I just had ideas of like, I really want a monster face on there because, you know, thinking like, oh, this is so clean. And then you step on it and you turn it on, and it's just like this monster sound, right? And then you don't go on Google, look up the image, and then try to find something and then use that either as a reference or copy it or whatever. But this also has... Obviously, this is early in my thing here because it has that white washer, right? That white washer has also become one with that epoxy coat. Look at that. When I painted this, I had the white washer on there. The paint got underneath the white washer. It kind of became one with the enclosure. With this, I took it apart and the white washer would not come off. It was like, no, guys, I live here. This is my jam now. So it stayed on for the pour, and now it's all about it. But one of the multiple reasons I don't do epoxy pours anymore is right there. If you can see that, see how we have that like schmudge there, that like schmegma? That's epoxy. That's never coming off. And if epoxy is really sticky, and if you got to work quick or be good with it, and I'm neither quick nor good with it, so besides it taking away the detail of the images that I paint on there, it turned out to be just such a hassle for me, and I just couldn't stand working with it anymore, which is why I don't. Okay, but when we take a look at the inside, effectslayouts.com has some of the cleanest layouts. I really, really love them, and this is no different. It comes with a daughter board, and I just forgot to use it, so I just wired it up like a normal 3-pole double throw switch, like how I always do. I got standard parts in there. You can find a Tata, you know, everything that you can find conveniently a Tata for a build like this. The only reason I didn't use the TL074 is because I had this one. Is this one any better? I don't think so. Did I compare and contrast? No, I did not. Do I care? Probably not really. Should I? I don't know. Could we swap and do a hot swap with those? Sure, we could maybe look at doing that, and if that's something people would be interested into, I'd be more than happy to do it. But I had these. I was at an electronics store by my house that had a bunch of, you know, bags of quad and dual op amps of this NTE brand, and I just bought a bunch of them up because I figured at some point I'll build an overdrive that'll probably need some sort of op amp, and lo and behold, it did. And that's what the sound we got. And I think it turned out really great. I think it sounds great. And there's no need to swap if we don't, unless we want to experiment. I think it sounds good. So. All right, so this is a very simple overdrive. But what's cool about it is it has a lot of tonal options here with just such a limited, you know, control set. So we have volume and drive, which is kind of standard. And then we have these two switches, which are just going to kind of help shape the mid and low end, and it actually then helps boost the drive. It's really, really neat. All right, so here's my clean sound, which is the bridge humbucker split. Here's how I like to think of this thing. When the controls are how they're set here, this is like the lower gain mode. All right, so we'll flip this edge switch and show you what that does here. Really, really cool. So we're gonna go back to like the lower gain sound. and we'll check out this bottom switch. All right, which that sounds cool, right? So now when we combine them both, we're gonna get a lot. And let's just see how it starts oscillating. Let's bring her back to normal, huh? As you can tell, when you have both those switches up, it's gonna like almost overload the pedals. So keeping it back here around noon, we still get a really heavy overdrive sound, which I think sounds pretty cool for some blues rock. Still pretty massive amounts of feedback there. So I'm going to turn that bottom switch off, and then we'll kind of explore some of the range of gain we have here. Golly! I mean, just outstanding amounts of variation here, right? I don't know, man. I think I gave you everything I got out of it, right? What a great sounding pedal. So thank you for tuning in and watching my demo of the effectslayouts.com Odd One Out, and we'll catch you next time.